Hi, folks. So we are here for yet another team, and yes, it's the men in yellow, the Chennai Super Kings, Whistle Podu. So they were pretty active during the auction and made some good steal buys as well as some aggressive buys. So yeah, me and Shubhradeep would really like to break down this team, look at their strengths and weaknesses, and form a playing 12. So I would like to go to Shubhradeep and like to start with our playing 11 and that impact substitute. So Devon Conway was back, and so probably the openers are known to everyone.
Yeah, Conway is back. Obviously, he will be a huge, contributor was for CSK in that season. Prior to the one he missed in 2024 with injury, but 2023 was great for him. Along with the captain Rituaj Gaikwad at top, I think a great inclusion at number three, Rahul Tripathi will be a great one for CSK. CSK always loves to have their players back, and Tripathi wasn't part of the CSK franchise, but he was part of the MS Dhoni and Fleming partnership during his
Yeah,
RPS time, Rising for Super Giants,
yeah,
and he
that
played
was
for
the
them
start of his IPL journey.
and that was a great season for him. 2017, he played for Pune. Pune is one of those pitches which is not like a Mumbai pitch, even though it's in Maharashtra, but it's not like a Mumbai pitch where the ball comes. It was a bit of a slower surface that they used to play, making the spinners come into the game a lot more. And he struck at 140 odd. I think CSK will use him like a floater. That way they used Rahane. So he can be a good inclusion. Then number four, I will go with Shivam Dube. I think Shivam Dube, a little bit of a cold season, I would say, last year. But the impact he has brought at number four, middle order, especially against the spinners. So I think he will be a great inclusion for the team also. You wonder, Deepak, who will be in the team? Top five, Shaptashi?
Yeah, so that's a position they have a couple of choices. I think Deepak Good, I'm not sure how much he's of value at that position. I mean, he's a very good batter if you send him up the order. But at five, they can also think of trying someone like a Vijay Shankar who has
Yeah.
experience of playing in Chepauk. I mean, the also bats at 4-5 at the domestic arena. So, and if he can bowl a couple of overs with the slower balls and variations on Chepauk, he can also be of value. So Huda or Shankar, according to form and situation at that
Yeah.
position. And then comes the finishers, the pace hitters, Jadeja, Dhoni. Also, they have the option of promoting someone like a Sam Curran. I mean,
Yeah,
Sam
that's a
Curran
good
used
one.
to play as a left-handed spin hitter when he was playing at Punjab Kings. England also promotes him at times. And I think
Yeah.
Sam Curran brings more value if you promote him up the order. He's not that kind of a slogger who can straight away come and hit pace at the death. He's more of value if you can push him up the order. Jadeja and Dhoni are anyways there to hit those pace bowlers at the fag end, and then coming to the bowling. Shubhrati.
Before coming to the bowling, I think the biggest question again for this season will be where MS will bat, and that's always a speculation. Everyone wants to see him up the order, but I think for this season they have to try and say MS that you have to bat a little bit up in the order. I know if Huda comes at number five, followed by Sam Kerr at six and Jadeja by seven, the question comes that if MS will come before Ashwin or Ashwin will come as a slogger. They have the option if they lose 3 or 4 wickets early in the inning, they have an option of Ashwin. The way he played for in the TNP a recent season when they went on to win under his captaincy, he was excellent with his hitting against the spinner, especially using his speed. Some of the shots he played over the covers against the slower surfaces was
Yeah,
excellent. I
particularly in
think
the two or three knockout matches, he was superb batting up
excellent
the
even.
order.
Yeah, and he actually promoted himself at number three. It wasn't like number five or six. He actually promoted at the top of the order. So it was a great decision for me. He knows the conditions better than anyone else. They have been playing. He has been playing for the childhood time, so he knows the conditions pretty well. Hood at five, Karan at six, as you mentioned, seven, Jadeja, eight, Dhoni, Ashwin, nine, and then the two fast. I think the fast bowlers will be Khalil. Left arm.
Yeah, I
Angle is
think
always
Khalil was
important.
another good buy for CSK because the next, if they hadn't
Purely,
gone for Khalil at 4 crore that day, the next day most of the bowlers went high price. I mean, be it Bhuvneshwar Kumar or Deepak Chahar, even Tushar Deshpande, Mukesh Kumar, or even
yeah.
Akash Deep went for 8 crores. So none of them went at that price. And Khalil, I think, with his left arm angle, bowling to the right-handers over the wicket, angling that ball in with the new ball, he can be a very good asset. Last year against CSK only, he bowled a very great spell where Rachin was struggling badly and he bowled a pretty good spell in the power play.
Absolutely. Khalil is, we don't actually always look at the end product and say he has gone for 50 runs in 4 overs, but we don't actually see how he has bowled in the power play. I think CS will use him as they used to have Deepak Chad. Don't give him a ball of that overs. especially when you have Pathirana. So Manish Pathirana, I think Noor Ahmed is one of the spinners. They will surely play him. If you go for him at 10 crore, use the Gujarat use the impact, the RTM card, and he still actually increase the double of the whole because they actually bought him for 5 crore and the double of the whole port. So surely he's going to be a team. Pathiana, surely with his slingy option at the death overs, he has also been matured as he has playing all the kind of leagues around the world. So he will be great contributor in the team. Even in the backers, I think that way they added Nathan Alice there in Australia, and he was a great inclusion if you look at the backup of Pathirana, because Pathirana is not a sure shot to play 14 games. He missed a lot last year. He
Yeah,
missed a lot
even
in
last year,
2023.
CSK was
Yeah.
struggling with their death bowling when he got injured at the back end. Mustafizur had to leave for national duties, and they had to
Oh
trust
wow.
on those young bowlers in Tushar, Simarjit,
Yeah.
and also Shardul, and they were struggling badly at the death. So Nathan Ellis, with his variations, he can bowl a good Yorker. He has got all those variations as a death bowler. And
Yeah.
then even, I mean, if I look at Sam Curran's backup, they have got someone like a Jamie Overton, who I think is not hyped enough at this point of time, but he is
Surely.
playing now in the English shirt. And if you guys have looked at seen the 100, you will know he's that good a hitter. I mean, on his day, he can smack balls for fun.
Absolutely. And if you look at the auction table, there's a bit of a viral video actually went after where they say that I think there was a bit of a viral video of the voices of Kashi Vishwanath, the CEO of CSK franchise. They said, I want Nelis, but Fleming said, no, I want Overton. So both were interested in those players and they got both. And when they got 2 crore for Ellis, I thought Punjab will use their use for the player, but they didn't win for it, and they got Overton at a cheap price. So both these players will be brilliant. Overton with the bat is someone who can actually bat at number 4. He's a tall guy. He can bowl with the ball, new ball, and then he can bat at number 4. So he can be the absolutely great gun replacement for Sam Curran. Ellis can be, as we mentioned, and they have Noor if they want to play mostly in the spin department. I think the question will again, as we mentioned in the live video we made, can CSK will go back to the old kind of forum of saying we are gonna make the Chennai absolutely spin friendly pitches, and we're gonna aim for 6 wins out of 7 and look for other
And they
2 or
can
4.
do so because they're batting. If you look at mostly above Jadeja and Dhoni, everyone plays spin well. Rachin plays,
Absolutely.
Conway plays spin well. Ruturaj plays spin well. Dubey plays
Yes,
spin well. Tripathi plays spin well. So
Huda,
most of
even
those guys.
Huda.
Even Huda plays spin well.
Yeah,
So all these guys play spin very well. And by the I mean, if you make those pitches, you are chasing 141, maybe at the most 150. You don't need even those finishers most of the days. So
absolutely.
and you have got 12 overs of gold dust from Jaddu, Ash, and Noor.
Yeah,
And if
surely.
needed, even Huda can bowl off break.
Even he can bowl. The only two weakness for area where I can actually point is the fact is that most of the batters or most of the players are not a T20 certain players. Like Jadeja haven't played T20 since he retired. Dhoni is not even in the cricket field for since the last game against RCB in Bangalore. Gaikwad has been struggling a lot in the smart at the moment. I think he got out for 4 today. Hasn't been in the runs.
Yeah,
Conway
he's
has been
not.
struggling. Conway has been struggling across formats.
Conway
ODI,
also
T20,
hasn't
whatever.
played since the T20 World Cup or something, I think.
Tripathi has been struggling. Ashwin hasn't played T20 since the TNPL. Then Noor is the one player has been playing continuously. I think
Yeah,
he was
Noor and
in their plan.
Pathirana, these guys are playing
These
all
guys played,
across.
and Noor was in their plan because he plays for Texas Super Kings in the USA League. So yeah, that's kind of a thing. And the other thing is they are struggling to find the power hitter at the lower middle. I would say too much responsibility on the shoulder of MS, who is already 33 by then and haven't played a lot of cricket. Actually, haven't played any cricket since the last game. So a bit of
Yeah,
a
so again, it's
you can say
all down to that 43-year-old guy, 43-year-old young guy to
that's it.
finish off matches.
Yeah. So
I mean, yeah,
yeah,
there's a bit of also. I mean, you are trusting on Jadeja, who I mean, always turns out good for CSK, but you are again thinking him to turn out good for CSK.
again. But let's see where it happens. I think they will finish at number 5. They have to little bit of a fortunate. I think they have to have some of the games which will they hope that comes their way to get into the top 4 for the playoffs. But I think top 5 or 4, anyone 4 or 5. I don't see them at the top 1 or top 2. But yeah, 4 or 5. I will hope they finish for. What's your prediction for the rankings for them?
Yeah, mostly, I mean, their home pitches will determine a lot. If they
Yeah.
need to win at least 6 out of 7 at home, and the away games, I think it will be a bit dicey. The batting has to click hard because the bowling, you can't rely that much on some pitches like the Eden, Wankhede, Chinnaswamy. These grounds you can't rely a lot. So let's see. I'm hoping they will finish at 5 again, like Shubhadeep. 4 will need a bit of luck here and there, a couple of matches going their way. So yeah, that's our analysis on CSK. We will come back for the other teams also. Stay tuned. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe the channel. Please press the bell icon and please share it with as many guys as possible. Till then, cheers.